talk for me?
Talk dirty to me, yeah. So baby, dirty to me.
I mean, you could sing too. I'm okay with that. But it
No,
looks.
I never seen a girl like you. I never with the way you do, but I like it.
I mean, you could keep going. It's been
I don't even
recording.
know the
I'm
lyrics.
not gonna delete it. This
There.
is this. It's going right into.
Use that as the intro today. Talk dirty to
Thi-
me as we look at nature and technology.
This is the new intro, folks. Forget the post. Right, you know. Oh man, that's great. Um,
Tammy, she's good, but not as good as Poison.
That's true. That's true. Can you? Yeah, we're still waiting. I mean, it's funny how like we both have been like actively looking for ways to bring Tammy to life, and like we keep on making jokes about it, and like
She's the butt of the joke. She's gonna have to start defending herself.
it's
No,
well, I mean, for those who haven't even noticed yet, that those are Tam's eyes in the cover. It's really cool. I do have a question to ask you though, Strobridge. The question is, how fast do you want your Amazon packages delivered?
You can take your sweet time. That shipping shit is a joke because at the time you'll say fast, but if you don't and you just let it ride and you let it come whenever it goes and then you don't have to pay shipping, it usually ends up coming at the same time anyways. They update it, like it's supposed to come Wednesday and then it comes Monday. So take
So
your
you're-
sweet time with it.
So you're saying that it's all looks, like it's fancy and it's all
For the
looks.
most part,
Yeah,
you're paying for extra for something that you don't have to pay extra for. In my experience.
that makes sense.
Say I get paid Friday and I go on Amazon and I buy a pair of shoes and it'll say it'll be there the next Wednesday or Thursday. It'll be there Monday or Tuesday. And I didn't. Do you want to like update your shipping? No, just whenever you feel like getting it to me. I'm in no rush. I got plenty of shoes.
Well, I have news for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Amazon is focused on using artificial intelligence to get the stuff delivered to you faster. They're focusing on using AI to speed it up, minimize distance between its products and its customers. It's also been focusing on so-called regionalization effort to ship products to customers from warehouses closest to them rather than from another part of the country. I don't know how, we're in an age now where Amazon factories are literally within 3 miles of where you live half the time now. I have one.
That's true for me.
Yeah,
At
yes,
3 miles, about
right?
15.
About 3 miles, the Amazon factory is here. Yeah,
But you're closer to a city.
That's true, Strobridge. Yeah, two actually. There's two in my area.
I'm sure there's one in Kalamazoo, but I know for sure there's ones up in Grand Rapids because I've applied there a few times.
Yeah, you're better than that, Strobridge.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, I was cracking their mouth swab test. I went back 3 times. It came back inconclusive. Inconclusive.
Your mouth swab test at Amazon came up inconclusive 3 times. Holy shit.
And all I could think of when I was seeing this was all the kids that were running around working there. These were like all the office kids, and they're all wearing pajamas, giving interviews and shit. I'm like, I shouldn't be too butthurt about not getting a job here. I don't think anyone takes anything seriously here. It was bad.
I don't think they do.
It was like working at Apple. That's what I pictured. It was like looking at Apple.
Yeah, but
young kids
I would, I just watched a show called Hello Tomorrow, and they had, a big thing in the show is that everything is automated. So they had automated delivery trucks, soda machines, waiters, and things like that. So my question is this what Amazon is looking for?
Oh, I'm sure it's what they're looking for. Like, have you heard about these 15-minute cities? The tag word, at least. Like, I've heard it.
I
don't know if
have
can
actually
explain it, but it's getting to where like they're using an example like the malls. The malls are all closing down because all the shops are realizing they don't need to keep a store anymore. They can just have people at home work on this and take care of shipping and all that shit.
Yeah.
They just, there's Amazon and
I'm for the 15-minute cities. I like them. I think it's a good modernization if the area calls for it.
right.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of places that aren't
Mass populated areas.
like for example, the town that I live in, they don't want modernization. That I live in a town where the Revolutionary War took place. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
there's landmarks and houses that are still up from the Revolutionary War and the Civil War that are in my town that you can walk to and things like that. And it's very historical. So for a place like this, I wouldn't want to see a 15-minute city here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I wouldn't want to see that here. But for a place like maybe Jersey City, New Jersey, which probably already is a 15-minute city.
I was gonna say with a population over 50,000, playing it safe. That's a good number. Anything over that would be a good 15-minute city. Like where I'm at, like these small towns, they're just now starting. Like people my age are opening up businesses. So all the businesses that are in town are starting to actually be cool. Remember when you were a kid walking through town, you might have 2 stores that were kind of neat, and the rest were all just like grown-up stores. It's not the case where I'm at. Like it's big it's the word big kids, I guess.
Yeah.
We got the shop I work at. We got the movie theater. We got cool microbrew place downtown. Comic book store. My boss's father-in-law owns or works at. That's pretty cool.
Listen, comic book stores are essential these days, I have to say.
Yeah.
But in saying all that, I would like to see what Amazon is going to do with this, because if a product is nearer to customers, Amazon will be able to make like same day or next day deliveries, like what its Prime subscription service offers. But then is there going to be another subscription tier for this? Are we going to be looking at another paywall? If this is the direction that we go to, yeah, artificial
And they do already with that, don't they? With their membership Prime, yeah, Prime.
Yep.
And Student Prime, to get your stuff faster. You don't have to pay the shipping because it's just already included.
Yeah,
They did it for a while.
There hasn't really been a lot of updates. There hasn't been a lot of updates in AI the last couple days. Not many, except Palantir demos shows how AI can be used in the military. If you guys don't know what Palantir is, you go on Palantir.com. They are AI-powered operations for every decision. From what I understand, looks like that they are into like military technology, and this is what they want to do. But Palantir believes that its API platform will come in when the use of AI in the military is highly wanted, but the context, large language models and algorithms must be implemented as ethically as possible. Palantir believes that they can do that. They offer cutting-edge AI capabilities and claim to ensure that the use of LLMs and AI in the military context is guided by ethical principles. Ethics is super important when it comes to artificial intelligence, because now, what's the military going to do with it? Because this is where they get, and we're veterans.
Right.
We are
Right.
veterans. We
have some idea.
Yeah, there's some things that obviously we can't even talk about, because then there wouldn't even be a podcast anymore. There wouldn't be any more hosts on this show. So, you're just going to have to join the military. Join the military.
Join the elite.
Change your life, guys. Change your life.
All that you can be.
We're starting to sound like propaganda now. But
That's legal here now.
Yeah, that's true. But the AIP leverages large language models to allow operators to quickly ask questions such as what enemy units are in the region, task new imagery for this location at a resolution of 1 meter or higher, generate 3 courses of action to target enemy equipment, analyze the battlefield. How many Javelin missiles does Team Omega have? Assign jammers to each of the validated high-priority communication targets. Summarize the operational plan. We're coming into the world of Ghost Recon, baby. It's happening. It's happening. But yeah, let's today we're talking about nature and technology. And it's actually kind of interesting because I love technology and you love nature.
I love tech. I'm just getting older, and I'm arm wrestling with it more
yeah,
as I get older. That's all. I love it.
yeah,
But
I'm
now,
not.
yes.
Yeah,
More techie, I'm more nature.
exactly. Yeah. And you know that I guess that perspective really helps sometimes. So I came up with this idea because I once made a prompt about mixing nature and technology together. This one episode was stemmed from one image that we showed on episode 10, The Artificial Mind. And I was, I was just like, oh man, this
Way
really,
back on 10.
it just made my imagination grow. A lot of people ask, can nature and technology coexist respectively?
They do all the time.
They do it now. They're using technology and artificial intelligence to grow crops in places that have never grown crops before. Places that can grow food. They're making houses to be able to provide, and it's so amazing to see some of the things that we can do. But with the advancements coming in technology and artificial intelligence, and with the depletion of nature, because it is a depletion of nature, is it not?
It's a finite resource.
We lose a piece every single second of the day. But we can learn to adapt to that, because that's what we as humans have been doing since the beginning of time.
Well, technology too. I mean, that's you're saying this stuff, and I was thinking of not a windmill, a water mill. That's technology. That's nature and technology working hand in hand.
Yeah.
You got the water pushing the wheel so you can run the saw in the mill, and
You're right.
That's a perfect old union right there. That's probably in your Red Dead Redemption, ain't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
Aren't you actually running a logging company?
I do. I run a lumber mill, a lumber
There you go.
place. Yeah, it's
There's
actually
tech
really
within
funny.
tech within nature.
Yeah, I mean,
Playing a video game.
The tech. I mean, you could even go as far as to say that weapons are a piece of technology that has been evolving since the age of the Neanderthal. We're talking about sticks to a rock using fibers and leaves to tie it together. That's a type of
Sinew.
primitive technology that was used to advance in culture. So let's start off.
That stuff I'm fascinated with, like the history of like weaponry and stuff like that. Those shows they used to have back in the day when they would make the old swords and test them out on those jelly bodies and stuff.
Oh, I love that.
I'm sure they're still going on.
Well, you should
watch that stuff.
Do you watch Forged in Fire?
That's what it was.
That's what you're thinking about?
Yep.
Oh man. Well, let's go to this first one here. So if you look closely at this one, you could. So you see a city inside of a giant tree. We have like a depiction here of like a tree of life type of situation here, but there is a city inside of the tree. You see the skyscrapers in the base of the tree, providing root and energy for the upper levels, which you see it looks like lofts or apartments or just a big technological wall that's keeping this tree alive, or the tree itself is keeping this city alive.
Oxygen.
The rendering is beautiful, and this actually, I'm looking at this like it's some type of 3D rendering of maybe of like a future video game or something like that. The way that you look at it, because if I could complete this image, I would put a blue sky in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe some other of like these tree skyscrapers over in the back and an ocean in the bottom, because obviously there's got to be some type of ocean.
Hmm.
to add to the emotion of the picture here.
This is
But
a model for the city.
yeah, but this is. I mean, I would love to see something like this in a video game or a movie, or even described in a book of somehow. This is a really beautiful piece that I've created here through the Mid-Journey image rendering and creations.
I dig it.
You dig it?
Dig it.
All right, so talk to me about this one.
Ah.
And I will say, you weren't even thinking about putting this one in here.
Oh. Just reminded you about something, and you went and looked at my pictures, and you reminded me that I had it. What were we talking? I think it was when we were talking about possibly doing a new picture for the TAM.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, well, I think I threw the concept to you about Statue of Liberty right before I stopped talking to you last time. And so I started messing around with that. And some of the concepts that I had in there were like bionic, robotic, synthetic, artificial intelligence, New York City landscape, background, ER16-9.
I like this
Few of those.
because, it is natural for the world to evolve. And there, I see a concrete nature in New York City, because these things happen naturally. And then you have this technological Statue of Liberty situation here. It's a very obscure image, but I think it fits with the theme, and I thought it was very beautiful, especially with the red sky in the back.
Perhaps it goes with that idea that you had with your last picture, like it's a model, like you're seeing a video. This is just a still shot of a video, like say it's a company, advertising for their company about building a bigger, better Statue of Liberty, and this is part of their videos. They're coming in on it, like a aerial view, so you can see all the angles of the statue and stuff.
I love it.
I love this.
All right, so this one I had a really interesting prompt for.
That'd be a cool place to hike.
So, if I, I wanted to build a ecosystem of a place, and trust me, I had so many of these that I was obsessed with that I couldn't even get into it. But my prompt for this was like, what would the world look like if nature and technology respectfully coexisted with each other? Retrofuturism, nature binded with technology, a perfect world, cybernetic nature, glass trees, green landscapes, HD photograph, retrofuturist natural. And you could see the retrofuturism in this render. And what's so
balloons?
What I really wanted in this, I wanted to show how would you say this? A place that you can go to that's home, that mixes technology and nature together. A place that's all aspiring and surreal, that when you walk in, you're just like, I can't believe this is real. And I always had that feeling walking into the World Trade Center PATH station. And
it has its own vibration.
Yeah, it's like when you walk inside and you look up, it's just this giant white structure, and it looks so natural, but at the same time, it's so modern and technologically themed. And I wanted to portray something like that in this render, but I also wanted people to understand that the trees are still here to stay. We're still planting trees. We're still growing them. It's important. It's super important. Oxygen, baby.
Dreams where I've been into like a futuristic city where I've seen like trees growing on top of, but they weren't like overgrowing or anything. It wasn't like the end of the world. It was like this, where it's a perfect union of man and nature.
I love it.
Pretty cool. Ah, we are going down the same alley, I see.
Yes, we
So I
are.
wanted to combine the concept of like a geranium and a planetarium, where you are walking inside of the geranium, but it's also you can look up and see the constellations. And if I go to my
Like a zoo of some
lovely,
sort.
no way, a zoo for science.
Yeah, a science zoo.
I love it. We're gonna use that.
Yeah, don't. I'm gonna have to blur that out so we can copyright that one. The zoo of science.
Zoo of science. I did a few of these ones because I was like, and not because I didn't like what was coming out. It was just like everyone I was getting was a cooler concept. But this is probably the best union that I initially had in my head. I wanted to see people in this area actually experiencing it. So yeah, you get to see the constellations up there. Did I have my?
I could.
I'm
I like this because it's like like a zoo of science, and you walk in, and in a way, it's kind of like you're walking on another planet.
mm-hmm. You're on a
And-
ship almost.
Yeah,
Feels like you're
and
in a
you walk
ship.
in, and like this place is meant to put you in a whole new world. I could actually compare that to this place called the Liberty Science Center. Google it.
Oh.
Google it.
Okay.
It's a small. It's actually. It looks small on the outside, but it's actually really big, and it's got a huge dome on the outside of it. And they do like space shows, planet shows, and stuff like that. It's a like a whole sphere IMAX theater. It's pretty crazy. If you look at the picture, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about if you look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Oh wow. Just lay on it and shit. Huh? Oh, it's different angles.
Yeah, you see how big it is? The Liberty Science Center. And
Oh, yeah.
But that's like kind of like the feel that I get from your image render here.
You got all the cool places to go to on the east side. There's nothing in the Midwest.
You got Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing we got.
So, what did I put for this one actually?
What did you put down for that?
Um.
Bioluminescent?
HD photograph of a beautifully grown tree in the middle of a busy New York City street wrapped in neon lights. I want this tree to show that technology and nature can exist together. The tree has electrical components, but still mostly natural. I wanted... See, I think for me, this is the perfect example of what I wanted. For my perspective. I wanted the natural base of the tree, but I wanted the branches of it to be androidish, kind of cybernetic. And
Like that.
a tree like this you wouldn't find in the middle of New York City, and I think that this beautifully depicts exactly the image that I had in my head.
It's a historical site for a tree. What was I just thinking?
Like,
I like the fact.
like a plaque on it and stuff, right?
I like the fact that I always like nighttime pictures with like neon colors and the ground and like the road is wet because it reflects colors so well. I always think of like
ray
car posters.
like ray tracing too. It's a big ray tracing thing,
Yep.
That is a really good detail that I didn't even catch.
I love pictures like that.
I love this
So,
one. I love it.
one day.
I love this one because I love the TV. I love the TV on it, and this one speaks to me.
I always try to combine, or at least in my head, the idea of two things that you wouldn't normally see together, and it came out okay with this one.
You think it's okay?
Oh no, I like it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. No, I think it's a good union of my absurd head and nature and heck, a fully functioning television. Well, we didn't get the functioning, but I'm kind of glad it didn't do that. Left on the side of a dirt road in a small stream. I used an AR of 3-2 on that, and I threw in some floral commands.
You're gonna make me find the old retro TV and put it in the middle of something somewhere.
I've seen people make aquariums out of them, and not leave them on the side of dirt roads or anything, but I've seen cool stuff made with them. No, it would be cool. There is a place in Detroit that you can go downtown and you can actually walk into this art like you walk into a fridge, and it takes you into a whole nother room like a maze.
I've heard of places
that would be
like
cool
that,
if you could do that with a widescreen TV. Just like walk into it and then it open up into another big area.
You're in the TV show.
Yeah, Truman. No, I was pleased with that one.
Yeah. It's actually funny because like I didn't put these together to have like a theme together. They just ended up being next to each other.
That way.
You know, and this one kind of has like the same theme as yours, except mine doesn't. It's not in the river. I wanted like these western canyons, these western mountainous canyons with a little bit of that red grass, that red brush, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
red clay.
Yeah, red clay. Red clay's did we suffer on that or what? When we were in the army,
my knees are still paying for it.
If you're in the army, you've definitely seen red clay. It's crazy. So I wanted to have like a. What was my prompt for this one? Actually, I'm actually kind of curious. Oh yeah, I just wanted nature and technology coexisted in perfect harmony in a perfect world. Retro futurist. I wanted I love the console that came out with this. Mm-hmm. It's something I would have that I want to put in my house right now. Like I just want to.
Like I was saying before the show, it reminds me of the old IBM computers they had, in, like the Air Force from the 70s and 60s.
I love it. It's great.
Surreal. All right. Some of you people have already ideas in your head of what they're growing. It's not that. What did I put in for the prompt? Got me thinking about that so much. I'm like, what was I actually putting in there for that? I wanted to do, again, with nature and tech, what's a good representation of that? Well, the Space Lab. I'm sure they're growing stuff up there. They can't just eat crap out of boxes all the time, right?
That's right.
So, I put in for the concept, imagine the International Space Lab growing plants and vegetables and mushrooms. Show astronauts displaying their harvests inside the space lab, real time, taken with Nikon 35mm camera, medium light exposure, AR 6/9. Those last two prompts I've been using quite a bit lately, and I'm liking them. The Nikon 35 camera and medium light exposure. Those two have been giving me some good results.
I really like this because it is another perfect example of nature and technology coexisting. Because I was just saying this before, in the movie The Martian, if you're familiar with Matt Damon, he starts building an ecosystem inside of his tent, and he starts growing the plants, and he actually couldn't believe it. So if we're talking astronauts here, in this specific render that you made, then it's not too far off than what has been talked about for years and things that they want to do. I did have that thought. That was the first thing that I thought when I first looked at when I first looked at the plants that were being grown. I thought maybe they might have been like broccoli or something. I don't know.
Yeah, lettuce. Yep.
But this. I like this too because it does have like that 35mm look to it, kind of cinematic.
There was a few pictures if I remember correctly. They didn't have helmets on. They looked just like regular lab people in a office doing stuff. So I really wanted to get the helmet in there to sell it.
Make sure that they were astronauts.
Yeah, not just people at Pfizer growing cabbage.
Yeah, and this is my last one.
Oh yes, Victoria herself.
So this one, I wanted a captivating HD photograph of a cybernetic woman whose robot parts are slightly showing, wearing a prairie dress, reading a book under a tree. The image is supposed to signify the connection between nature and technology. We're getting Westworld vibes here. We're also, I also wanted to, like, we're not far from humanoid robots. They've been making them for years. I mean, there's been perfect examples of
The dogs, four-legged creatures, and the talking robot that was like on Conan. I remember that. Facial expressions on her.
yeah. I mean,
What was her name? Sally or something?
there's also I don't remember, but I know that there's one from the WIS Institute with Harvard University, a robot that could reproduce.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nanotech of some sort?
Yeah.
Or it'll be beyond nanotech. It'd have to be some kind of biological thing.
Yeah, but
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've
Yeah.
seen that, where they take little pieces of tissue and it can connect and make a whole nother organism.
Yeah.
They have that now? Yeah. That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's to say that this cybernetic woman wasn't birthed from that? Are we going to get to a point where AI robots are going to be able to fall in love with each other and create beings like this, or are they just going to always be built? In this case, for story purposes, I would say that this one was birthed. As controversial as people might think that is, but I think the beauty in it, having a cybernetic humanoid not understanding what is going on or what to do after or what to do during that moment would be a compelling story to talk about. And this, there's just everything right about this image that was created here. And there was actually 4 or 5, but this one for me came out the best.
They like range in light for the most part.
Yeah.
One thing I was thinking about is with AI going on that I heard 2 examples. Was it Starfield? Starfield, and the other one that I'm for sure of was The Sims. But they were talking about throwing in AI into those, so these people in the sim become aware of themselves, and then after that I kind of forget what it was about, but it sounded very interesting because they're going to have their own worlds basically.
Yeah.
Like Starfield's going to have I forget the term, open end worlds.
Oh, open worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, but with AI thrown in it possibly.
I mean, they've been doing it for a while now already with AI and bots. Call of Duty is a perfect example of it now as well.
Yep.
Now we're up to your main event.
That's why we just don't sound like we're scared of it. It's just we've been hearing about this for a while, and it seems like for people that don't stay in tune with it, that it's going really fast.
Yeah.
But if you actually know about it, it has been a tortoise in the hair kind of thing in certain aspects.
It's been very interesting.
I like that it's taking its time, actually.
Me too. Let's talk to me about this one.
Beach Boys, no. Again, I wanted to combine some things that you probably would never see together. So I wanted to see you hear of washed up whales on a beach. Well, why not a washed up '57 Chevy? It's basically, I'm pretty sure what my prompt was for that one. I just wanted to picture an old rusty. Oh, I remember I wanted to throw in some I wanted to see barnacles. It did not give me barnacles. I was very disappointed that I didn't get barnacles.
You really wanted those barnacles.
I wanted the barnacles. I didn't get them.
So I have to say, it really did a good job making the car.
It looks Norman Rockwell-y to me, but I like that.
It did such a good job making the car. I love a good rust bucket.
All the tires are there. There's a window. I love it.
I love a good rust bucket, man.
It is a pretty 57 though for still being a rust bucket.
And
I'm not even a car nut.
And this technology, is dead while nature reveals itself. I like the fall colors of that one too.
There was a few pictures I had where it wasn't really showing much of the ocean. I'm like, well, that's part of the reason that's got to be here. And then it got me those like Goonies-looking rocks in the background. I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted.
That's where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
No, but
Kokomo.
hey, that was fun.
That was.
That was very fun. I enjoyed that.
A very artificial roller coaster.
Yep. Our next episode is going to be, and this is actually going to be very interesting, especially with the release of Zelda this week.
Wasn't there another game as well? Was it Zelda? Because I remember actually Franny saying that she had 2 games on her on her Facebook, and that's all it was. It was that one. It was Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Is that the other one that was coming out, or is that already?
Oh
out?
no, Hogwarts.
Oh, okay, Hogwarts.
Yeah. Actually, I think we have Harry Potter in our list too. But yeah, our next episode is going to be Nintendo, and going with the Super Mario movie that just came out, and the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. We want to know. We want you to send in your renders. If you're a fan of the show, if you use Midjourney, this is a Midjourney only show. I'm not trying to sound like a crock when I say that, but we're
a loyalist.
Yeah, we specifically do renderings from Midjourney. So if you have worked on some on Midjourney that you would like to send to us regarding the theme of Nintendo or The Simpsons, which is the episode after, send them in. Check out our merch. Check out all the old episodes, and yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out with us while we talked about nature and technology today.
Thank you for helping us grow and helping you grow as well.